And we're back to learning Photoshop in here, day 315. Let me show you how you can change the quick export options. We talked about that. It's under file export, and usually it's quick export as PNG. And you can see I've got it actually set to JPG. It's because I've changed it under edit preferences and then export. Here you have a drop down, and this actually determines what file is being used as a quick export. So by default that's set to PNG. And if I confirm it here, we have the quick export as PNG again. That's usually what's needed for YouTube thumbnails, for example. But if you, let's say you create book covers, especially for Amazon, that needs JPGs. So if this is your main task, you might want to change that. We've got a couple of additional options. Let's first stick to PNG. And here you can preserve the transparency. If you don't want that, uncheck it. But usually that's the main reason you want to use PNGs. So check it, and you can make it smaller using the 8-bit option right here. Normally PNGs are exported with 24. So if you go down, that means you have fewer colors, but also a smaller file size. My advice would be to turn it on when you export icons and flat graphics, and off when you deal with photos and especially gradients in your design. By default, I've got it unchecked. And if we switch to JPG, we can adjust the quality. So normally that's 0 to 100% value. Here in this case, the quality is simply set to 1 up to 7. And you can read it quite simply as portions of 100%. So 1 would be 10 to 15%, 2 would be 25, maybe 30%. It goes like that. General advice would be to use 5 when you have everyday web projects in your Photoshop and you want to export them. That should be fine with the quality. 6 is a sweet spot for graphic design stuff. And if you create artwork, so digital art, I would recommend using the highest quality. Obviously, the higher you go, the bigger the file size. And if you go down, it's going to be smaller, which can be beneficial, but you're also going to get a little bit of these fragments, and the colors, they look a little bit more washed out. In general, I wouldn't advise going lower than 5. Next option is for the location. You can determine that here. Ask where to export each time is what I use, because sometimes you want to put it into different folders. You can add the metadata for copyright and contact info. I don't need that usually. Next one is a little bit more important. That's to convert to sRGB. That is the standard color for web. So I would check it, because that ensures that browsers, phones, YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that will show the colors properly. If you turn it off, your designs will look fine in Photoshop, but if you upload it elsewhere or use it elsewhere, it might actually look a little bit different. The only reason to uncheck it would be if you use your exports for print. Then we have another option for the export location. I use the last location that's specified, so that opens the last used folder, you could say, for your export. And then finally, you can return to the legacy export as. If you used that, just check the box and you can still use it in the newer Photoshop versions. Finally, we also have a GIF export that doesn't have any additional options. Again, I usually keep it to PNG because that's especially for YouTube thumbnails, and that should also be the default. And this is how you can change the quick export in Photoshop. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.